What's going on, people? Yeah, I'm gonna add because the decor. So let's put this back up. This is great. Just a quick thought. You Second Amendment, MAGA, fight the tyranny jackasses, you forgot a very important detail when you would put out your little statements about needing your guns to fight a tyrannical government. You forgot the asterisk. You just forgot. Because what you forgot to add was, we're going to fight a tyrannical government if it's one that cares about others, wants to feed the needy, is willing to help immigrants that are coming from horrible conditions in most cases, a government that doesn't have a problem with who someone loves, a government that doesn't sit around thinking about what's in other people's pants, one that doesn't let its fear allow it to burn books, because that always makes sense. Lack of knowledge and viewpoints is a horrible thing. That's the government that you were wanting to fight against, because you're scared little humans. So you forgot the asterisk, that we won't fight the tyrannical government that's actually trying to take away people's rights, that are scared of homosexuals, that worry about what goes on in other people's bedrooms, protect a pedophile cabal led by your dear pedo leader and his group of pedo protectors and pedophiles themselves. That was the government you weren't willing to fight, that we have now, that's willing to trample all over constitutional rights, that you're willing to now ignore because you're on that side. Your racism, your homophobia, your fear of the world has overridden what a normal, intelligent human being would say is bad. That's your life. You live in fear. They didn't brainwash you, per se. They groomed you, just like they do the children that they rape. They groomed you. Yeah? You're pitiful. If you need help, trust me, we're willing to help. You just got to admit what you've done wrong. We can help break the grooming cycle before your generation and the generations above and below you groom the next generation to be the same weak, thin-skinned, homophobic, racist garbage that you are. Because the government that you will fight against would be the government that would help you with those issues. But you don't want to. You would rather puff your chest, act like a wannabe tough guy or girl, and allow these things to continue to occupy your day. It must be something to get up every day and just be angry because you can't stop thinking about gay people, trans people, brown people, black people, yellow people. Just the anger you get up feeling every day because you can't stop thinking about other people, because you can't mind your own fucking business, to be one. If you stop worrying about what others are doing and just try to live a happy life, it is remarkable how happy your life can be. I don't get up in the morning, or I used to not get up in the morning hating anyone. But I get up in the morning now hating one group, and that's you maggots. Because of what you've done and what you're allowing these people to do to the country you claim to love. You forgot the fucking asterisk. In a normal world where truth would be the standard, you would be held accountable for that. But since Reagan got rid of, having to tell the truth, you get to be the lying garbage that you are and believe the bullshit narratives without actual tangible proof of your own, and you will create any fantasy to back up whatever your narrative is. We've all seen the video. They escalated that situation. You can say whatever you want. You can put in some stupid comment, blah, blah, blah. Don't give a fuck. We already know you're all garbage. But we've seen the video. Alex was murdered. They could have de-escalated that situation, stayed in their vehicles, and drove off. The only reason they stopped and got out was because he was filming them. That's all it took for them to escalate it to where they did. And if you actually want to be honest, and you want to look at the video honestly, they disarmed him. Someone fired off a shot because they're morons and don't know how to handle weapons properly, because they just signed up and they just gave them the gear and said, go do this. And that got that man killed because the cowards that you are, the scared little men that they were, immediately started pulling the trigger on their own weapon, which in that situation should not even have been drawn. They had him on the ground. They had disarmed him. You can see the man clearly pull the weapon out of his waistband and walk away with it. And if reports are accurate, and I haven't seen the new video evidence, that is the idiot that fired the first shot. And then the rest of them, just being the cowards that they are, started pulling triggers. If you're honest, which you aren't, you would know, especially if you're military, law enforcement, anyone that's ever dealt with an armed assailant of any type, that if a man is raging at you with his gun in the air or up, coming towards you, they would have not have confronted him and taken him to the ground. He would have been shot then. So you can play whatever narrative your Lord and Master pedophile ring wants you to play. You can believe whatever your pedophile master ring wants you to believe. They murdered that man. This is 3 American citizens since New Year's Eve. They have murdered because they're cowards. They're scared little people with a weapon. You forgot the fucking asterisk. You lying bastards. Everyone else have a nice day.